Hi, everybody. Douglas V. Gibbs here. Mr. Constitution, or your daily dose of video. And right now is the first day of Mike Lindell's Cyber Symposium. And they're discussing the ELECTION. Try not to say the words. I don't want somebody to get rid of this video because their algorithms picked up certain words. And the FRAUD regarding the 2020 gathering of voters to vote for President of the United States. And I want to go over a few things. First of all, our Electoral College is not operating the way it should be. Those electors should have been appointed by the state legislatures. In Article 2 of the United States Constitution, it says that only the state legislatures can appoint electors. The parties have been appointing the electors. That's number one. Number two, the electors are not supposed to be party-oriented. They are independent, not supposed to be representing either party. They're not supposed to be office holders. They're only supposed to be electors who choose the president based on what the state legislature wants. Remember, the president is the chief executive of the executive branch, which is the one of three branches of a federal government that was created to handle external issues, not interior issues. So the federal government's not really there for the people as much as it is for the state legislatures to handle external issues, outside things, disputes between states, things like that, so that the states can handle internal issues, state sovereignty, autonomy, all those things that we are told are racist because of a bunch of states who claimed states' rights and seceded right before the war between the states. But what if the FRAUD is discovered? What if it's proven? What if Lindell is right? He has the packet captures, he has all the details, he has all the information, and he's got it. I don't know if he does. I still got to watch this thing. I'm recording it. But what if he does, and there is absolutely no doubt, irrefutable evidence? Then what happens? Well, that brings up a friend of mine that brought this to my attention. I hadn't done a video on it yet, but I'm glad to do it now. A friend of mine brought to my attention a case. I went for the United States Supreme Court, United States versus Throckmorton. United States versus Throckmorton, 1878. And in the ruling, the opinion says that FRAUD vitiates everything. That means that if FRAUD is proven, and there is no doubt to anybody that that happened during the ELECTION, then the persons holding office that gained office due to that FRAUD are immediately out of office, because that word that starts with F vitiates everything according to the court in 1878. Let me read the opinion from that case from the Cornell Law School website. There is no question of the general doctrine that FRAUD vitiates the most solemn contracts, documents, and even judgments. There is also no question that many rights originally founded in FRAUD become, by lapse of time, by the difficulty of proving the FRAUD, and by the protection which a law throws around rights once established by formal judicial proceedings and tribunals established by law according to the methods of the law, no longer open to inquiry in the usual and ordinary methods. In other words, let me read something else from this article that I have regarding this from stateofthenation.co. Since the Supreme Court ruling has determined that FRAUD vitiates contracts, because it vitiates everything, an election is essentially a binding contract between the electorate and the elected. This indispensable social contract is irreparably broken through voter FRAUD and election cybercrimes, as the public trust is profoundly violated. So that means that they will forfeit any right to to ever hold in office again, because fraud, and there I said the word, trying not to, vitiates everything. So let's see if this symposium works out. It proves everything. They're out of office, according to 1878 Supreme Court. They're done. Now, here's the problem. Here's what I've been saying. Let's say Mr. Lindell, the pillow guy, has everything. And indeed, it's proven. And the Supreme Court goes, you know what? No, we agree. You're out of office. I know who we're up against. I know what we're up against. And I expect them to say, yeah, and so? You and what army's going to make us leave? That's where it's going to get difficult. There's a story about Andrew Jackson and the Trail of Tears. And the courts told him he couldn't do it. John Marshall was Chief Justice at the time, and Andrew Jackson's response to John Marshall's ruling from the Supreme Court saying, hey, you can't relocate those Indians from Georgia and Florida to the West. You can't do that. You can't do the Trail of Tears. They didn't call it that back then, but that's basically what they were saying. And Andrew Jackson's response was, Chief Justice Marshall has made his decision. Now let's see him enforce it. And then Jackson did it anyway. I'm expecting the Democrat Party to pull an Andrew Jackson. I think Mr. Lindell does have the information. We'll find out. Today is, when I first recorded this, is August 10th, August 11th, when they're supposed to give the real big info. So we'll find out tomorrow. And I believe they've got it. But will the criminals vacate, or will they go, make me leave? That's what I fear. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. United we stand, combined we kick butt. God bless America, and God bless you. Mr. Constitution is here for you. Constitution Speaker at yahoo.com. Remember, if ever or any of my videos disappear, you can also find it at bitshoot.com/Douglas V. Gibbs. I put my videos in both locations. There's also another video page, Constitution Study, Mr. Constitution. That one, I haven't put any videos up for a while. We plan to get some soon. That's going through the Constitution. Those are actual lessons for the Constitution. Also working on new books. Go to politicalpistachio.com, hit the books link, so you can check out the 7 I've already written. Maybe you can get one. I don't know. Your call. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Stay constitutional.